Filian has been on a journey of explosive growth filled with incredible achievements, events, and viral moments. At the time of this recording, Filian is currently about 12,000 away from hitting the remarkable milestone of 1 million followers on Twitch, a club of which less than 600 Twitch streamers are a part of. In light of this upcoming accomplishment, I wanted to put together a documentary that could highlight Filian's journey thus far and present all the reasons why she is so deserving of reaching this significant moment in her career. Hoping to get an unbiased perspective of what makes Filian so great, I decided to start my investigation by attending a recent Filian community meetup and ask her biggest fans candidly what they really thought of the quirked up cat girl that they call their streamer. None of this was scripted. Kalia, what were your first impressions of Filian when you saw them?
That she might have autism and that she's just like me.
Splinky, how did you first come to find out about Filian?
First time I was just scrolling through YouTube Shorts and I found a cat girl who was playing Beat Saber and she fell over. And I thought, autism.
Candy, what advice would you give to Filian as they continue their VTubing journey?
I am the worst person to ask advice for, let alone for someone who is autistic.
What do you think Filian's legacy might be?
If I had to choose one, probably autistic flashbangs.
How has Filian's content impacted you, personally?
Filian caused me to relapse my Welch's fruit snack addiction. I was 3 years sober.
What was your favorite joke that Filian ever told?
Probably the... Oh shoot, I can't remember because they're all pretty bad themselves.
Cascaden, how did you feel when you heard Filian reached 1 million followers?
Who the frick is that?
Bradley, what do you think aspiring VTubers could learn from Filian?
Maybe try not to accidentally flashbang on stream.
Malavia, what do you think drives Filian?
ADHD.
Nika, what do you think Filian's new model might look like in the future?
I hope it, looks better than, her, original model.
Zewind, how do you feel that Filian's community has helped her succeed in her career?
It's a forced feedback loop of insanity, causing Filian to be more insane and the chat to be more insane. It just goes on to infinity.
Kalia, what were the early signs that Filian was destined for success in their career?
The second she ran into a wall.
Shadow, how has Filian positively impacted the VTubing industry?
I would say she's been able to introduce a lot of cool technology, like being able to use full VR. But an important one will be that she taught everyone that they need to figure out their volume levels because she makes her editor's life impossible.
Not feeling satisfied with the answers I received from the community, I decided to instead reach out to those who are more familiar with Filian on a day-to-day basis, both on stream and off. Her mods. So, after pulling a few strings, I was able to access the famous mod basement once again, and took the time to interview a few of them with questions that hopefully get to the core of what makes Filian such a great streamer. Zethus, who are the key people that have supported Filian throughout her VTubing career?
Me and the other mods, pretty much.
In what ways has Filian supported you or the other mods?
That's a good one.
Grey Standard, what are some of Filian's most admirable qualities?
Her most admirable qualities. I would.
Dragon, what do you like most about Filian's content?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Tavares, what do you think about Filian's professionalism? Zethus, can you describe her work ethic?
Well, it's yeah.
Savaris, how important is Filian's fan base to her, and how does she show her appreciation for them?
She bans them.
Grey Standard, what have you learned from Filian?
I'll tell you what we shouldn't do. Put holes in our apartment wall, that's for sure.
Macarene, what do you think other aspiring VTubers could learn from Filian?
Wear pants.
Dragon, what's it like being a moderator for Filian?
Not too bad, but when I joined, the first thing people told me was, did you ever see the feet pick folder? And I had no idea what they were talking about. And then I looked in it and I'm like, why is this here? Why does this exist? And then I got a little DM says, please submit. And I'm like, okay. So now I have some feet picks in there as well.
Macarene, what's the best part about being a moderator for Filian?
Dragon's feet picks.
Walking away from the mod basement, I felt as though my investigation still remained unfinished. Everyone definitely had something to say, but it didn't seem to quite hit home as to why Filian is so extraordinary. So, instead, I made contact with some of Filian's closest colleagues in the VTuber space, confident that among everyone else, they would have the most definitive and honest answers. Lucy, what makes Filian a great collaborator?
What makes her a great collaborator? Well, when you're next to her, you feel pretty good. You know, like, in comparison, if you catch my drift.
MurderCrumpet, how did you meet Filian?
Oh, how I first met her? Oh, it was a great experience. The first time I ever met Filian, I walked up to her and I told her her Abby was very cute. This is in VR chat. Then she rounded on me, immediately called me a weirdo, stepped on my foot, flipped me off, did a somersault, fell on her face, got back up. And then after that, I friended her, and we've been close ever since. Honestly, amazing first impression.
Bao, what do you think aspiring VTubers could learn from Filian?
I think a big thing would be how important it is to test for brain damage from time to time. It's a huge issue in contact sports, and seeing it in the VTuber sphere is truly alarming. I hope she gets the help she needs.
Sinder, can you recall a triumphant moment in Filian's career?
Well, one time she invited me to play Connect 4 with her on stream, and after losing 3 or 4 games to me, I decided to let her win. I think that victory gave her the drive to keep going, you know?
Fufu, what do you think makes Filian a good collaborator?
Well, she really does know how to talk loud enough so that you don't have to speak during the entirety of the collab.
Sinder, can you describe how epic of a gamer Filian has been during your collabs?
She was good. Yeah.
What are some of Filian's most admirable qualities?
What are some of Filian's most admirable qualities? Managing to still have a career after mentioning Hitler on stream every single day has gotta be up there.
Bao, what advice would you give to someone looking to follow in Filian's footsteps?
Don't. Just don't.
Fufu, what does Filian do to show her appreciation for smaller VTubers?
Well, they pretty much make the content for her, so she doesn't have to do it anymore.
MurderCrumpet, what do you think Filian's legacy will be?
What do I think Filian's legacy will be? Oh, well, that's easy. Filian's left a legacy greater than Lord of the Rings when it comes to hobbits. I don't think anyone in the VTubing sphere is as short or as hairy-footed as her. She's basically the new Frodo. I don't think anyone will ever come close. Like, carry that ring to Mount Doom, girl. You got it. I'll see you in the Shire, Tiny.
Cinder, can you share a story that highlights Filian's unique personality?
One time, I was streaming with Filian, and she actually started barking for me. It was such a profound moment that I memorialized it as a sound alert on my stream.
Lucy, what's Filian like off-stream?
What's she like off-stream? Extremely aggressive and domineering. I mean, she never lets me wear the peg when we're in the furry ERP server.
Crumpet, what kind of impact has Filian made on VTubing?
Oh, yeah, easy. Filian's shown that furries can always make it, man. Oh my god, I've never seen someone who's so incredibly into that fur stuff make it so far, and I'm proud, honestly. Ow! Shout out to you, girl.
Bao, what do you think is next for Filian?
I think at this point, the real question is, how can the American population combat the next chapter for Filian? I mean, she's a threat to democracy, popular sovereignty, national security. It's really about time we put our tax dollars to use and put a stop to this.
Fufu, As the winner of the Vtuber Awards Hidden Gem, can you describe the impact Filian's Vtuber Awards had on your career?
Yeah, for sure. I would say, turns out that PayPal can get you pretty far in life.
Now, her friends definitely provided valuable insight, albeit not perhaps what I was expecting. However, in interviewing them, I realize now that something has been absent from this journey. The one you might say is the most closest to Filian, and has been there since the very start. Filian's editor, Swiiika. Unfortunately, Swiiika stated that his current circumstances made it impossible to film a live interview. But, much to our surprise, he sent us a recording a few days later. We've no doubt that this was because he truly wanted to share with us the real story to finding the amazing person that Filian is. Let's watch it together, shall we? Well, that explains how she made it this far, anyways. Okay. Here's what really happened.
What makes her a great collaborator? Well, Filian always rolls with the punches, and there's never any dead air with her. You never know what's going to come out of her crazy mouth next, so I always look forward to getting to see her.
Every time I got cooked on Twitter, Filian would always check up on me, or would say something like, "Don't listen to them. You're all good, dude." I'll always consider her a real one.
One thing that's definitely remained totally consistent with Filian is that she's always been really easy to play off of. She's like the type of person who gets a joke and she'll run with it, and you never have to worry about her dropping the ball. She's always down to keep egging you on even more and more, and that's why I always love hanging out with her.
No matter which quirky idea she comes up with for anyone to collaborate with her, if Filian does it, it is always a fun time.
Chill, down to earth, and always willing to lend advice. Thanks for the looks-maxing tips, girly.
Filian is one of the people who works hardest, I think. A lot of streamers can be lazy or just kind of coast. I mean, I'm guilty of that for sure. But she's definitely inspired me to take a lot more of a head-on approach to content creation and making things happen, events, collaborations.
You are so goated, dude. You genuinely have a talent of getting people out of their comfort zones to make really cool content, and you deserve to celebrate that.
I think Filian's biggest impact on the VTuber industry was creating and hosting the Vtuber Awards. It was a super big event, the first of that size focused on VTubers, that brought all kinds of VTuber communities together.
I admire the hell out of her insane work ethic, her boundless energy, and how witty and quick she is at coming up with jokes on the fly.
Filian's put the work in, and that is absolutely indisputable. To grow to the audience size that she has is no easy feat, and the fact that she's still growing is kind of insane. She broke out of the VTuber niche and became something, for lack of better words, special.
I'm very proud of her. I was there since really early on, when she was only at like 50 viewers.
Just awesome. I don't quite know how to describe it. It's been quite an amazing journey.
She always wants to interact and do new things with new people. I think it's one of her biggest strengths.
You've come so far, you've worked so hard, keep up the good work and you'll make it even further.
What I really mostly like about Filian is how she just came this far from like not really being seen as to going someone very big.
She works well with her friends, especially on stream. Like she's really good at collab streams. Like those are always some of the most enjoyable ones.
Coming from someone that has met her before, I greatly appreciate her, and she would be more than the best VTuber to do a collab with.
Caring about the community and also getting the community involved. I think that's a really thing that Filian really nails. And also connecting with other communities, doing all the collabs that she does with big, small, medium.
Very nice and welcome to anyone that she meets. She's a very fun person to be around.
She's really sweet. First time I met her, she was really sweet. And that's one, but I could list many more, obviously.
And always like seems to be bringing entertainment, happiness, no matter what state she's in. She's always willing to like put content up for people to enjoy. Anything she does or says is greatly entertaining.
Any joke that she says really is funny. I do appreciate it that she brings entertainment into my life whenever I need it. It helps me feel better.
Well, she actually helped me overcome a long line of like depression that I was going through. So.
When I first met you back in the summer of 2021, when you were a brand new streamer, I never would have thought or even fathomed that you would be at this point where you're now celebrating your 1 million followers on Twitch. Your humor, your wit, your charisma, and your personality are all things that carried you to the point you are today, and you 100% deserve it. Even outside of content and outside of editing, you have been a fantastic friend to me, and I genuinely can't thank you enough for helping me out when I was at my lows. And with all that being said, congratulations, Filian.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Filian. You've earned every second of this moment.
Congratulations, Filian. 1 million followers is incredible, and you absolutely deserve it. You're a very, very funny person.
Congratulations to 1 million, Filian!
Congratulations, Filian!
Congratulations, Filian! Congratulations, Filian, and thank you for everything that you have done. We hope to see you again at 2 million followers and beyond. I wonder why Swiiika still looked like he was being held hostage, though.
Oh, that part was actually real.